Hi, I'm Joe Dunnigan. I'm the founder of swappow and the swappow Plus Foundation. Like a lot of you watching this, action sports, mainly skateboarding, has shaped, saved, and made a great life for a lot of us. Over the past 40 years it has for me. It's been one of the consistently positive influences and outlets in my life, amidst a lot of really negative ones. So it's given me and us so much, and my mission has been and continues to be to share the ride with as many kids as possible. Specifically, we want to get 10 million more kids riding and rolling globally. And while we know that's a big number, it's forced us to take big and bold action because we know firsthand, like you do, that the benefits of helping kids get engaged in healthy, active lifestyles is real. We also know firsthand, having scraped by and saved a lot growing up, just how hard it can be to start and sustain active participation. It's just crazy expensive. So for the past 3 years now, we've been building and testing the first mobile sharing and exchange marketplace for the action sports industry at swappow.com and on iTunes. And swappow, what it does is it helps increase access and affordability of pre-owned gear by letting riders and parents and kids swap, sell, and share their old stuff with each other in a trusted community setting. So then over about a year ago, with no outside funding, we launched the swappow Plus Foundation. We had a lot of people wanting to come and support the cause, and we didn't feel good about doing it in the guise of a for-profit business, so we started the foundation with the very same mission of getting more kids riding. It's a 501c3, and our mission, again, is the exact same as swappow, but we want to get more kids riding and rolling, and we go about it in a much simpler way with the foundation in that we're a volunteer-based organization, and what we do is we just collect product from the community and the industry through board drives and retailers and fire stations and other partners, and we then either rehab the old rideable product to make it really rideable, or we sell the random donated stuff and like on eBay and swappow to raise money to buy more trucks, wheels, and hardware with the goal of building as many completes as possible. In a pretty short time, we've built a nice base of inventory from generous donations from the good people at Vans and Globe, Tamiero, Sanook, Industrial Ride Shops, Cowtown, The Barracks, a number of other pros. They've all donated old product, and we're turning this old product that's often hard to sell for them or hard to get rid of into good and into new skateboarders primarily. We've then turned around and given it back to organizations like Skate After School, Boys and Girls Clubs, local group homes and shelters, or to individual kids around AZ and Southern California who we believe could benefit. And our goal is to do more of the same. The feeling of giving the gift of freedom, progression, and creativity to a kid who comes from a situation that likely lacks a lot of that is what really propels us forward and keeps us going daily. So we're starting out small, but the need is really great. In just Arizona and California combined, there are over 80,000 kids in foster homes and group homes. And these children typically have little to no access to any type of extracurricular activities and or positive healthy outlets because the financial responsibility for these types of activities rests largely with the often financially strapped foster families or homes. So the result is a higher likelihood of those children turning to less expensive and likely more accessible alternatives: drugs, alcohol, sex, violence, and ultimately and unfortunately, in the absence of something better, there's a continuation of the same cycle which led them to the foster care situation to begin with, and it just rolls on. So our goal is to help break this negative life cycle, and that's why we set up the swappow Plus Foundation. We're proud to announce that after a year with no external funding, we now have a warehouse, a growing base of inventory. We've got solid systems set up to take in, list, and either rehab or sell the donated product. And we have a volunteer base and a solid process to redistribute this gear to deserving and underserved youth populations. So now we're looking for some financial support, so we're super excited about this opportunity to work with the Sheckler Foundation. Our goal is 300 completes under 300 new feet by the end of the year. We've got the first 50 ready to go now, and we can talk about the economics, but it basically breaks down that we get the decks for free, we rehab them for a small cost, which we pay to a high school wood shop, and we get wheels and bearings and trucks, and that eats up the money pretty quickly, but that's exactly what it will go to. 100% of the proceeds would go to getting more completes under more feet. And so in closing, we just want to say thanks a lot for the opportunity to present this. We're inspired, and we have been for a long time, by all the great work done by the Sheckler Foundation, and we're stoked and humbled just to be able to have the opportunity to share our vision with you guys in this Be the Change application. If we're lucky enough to be selected, we can assure you that 100% of the proceeds will go to putting more boards under more happy feet. And if somebody else today is more deserving, we would totally understand that as well, and we would still welcome the opportunity to somehow work together with the Sheckler Foundation in the future. So thanks a lot for considering our application, and thanks for sharing the ride. We appreciate it. Kids are limitless potential. They're a blank canvas. They're honest and authentic. I want to share the ride with kids everywhere.